think the biggest thing Coach wants is for us just to stay focused, not get complacent with one SEC win. I mean, we got to come out there and the same intensity and the same urgency as we have been all season.
Hayden, the prospect of bowl eligibility, is that something that you guys are talking about more after last weekend?
It's definitely a topic of conversation, but, I mean, we're just focused on taking stuff one game at a time, not trying to get too ahead of ourselves.
Your catches, we saw them kind of drop off the last couple of weeks. I mean, is that just because where you've been in the offense, or the timing just hasn't been there, or just what do you think's gone on there?
Just a little bit of the timing. I think the more comfortable Jake gets with the offense, the more he'll kind of go through his reads. But, I mean, I just go out there and do what I'm told to do. I mean, I don't really focus on numbers. That's not the type of guy I am. I just go out and try to do my job.
Did you see more protection maybe Saturday night than they had before?
Mm-hmm.
How does that? I mean, are you comfortable with that, or?
I love that. It just means that they have confidence in me blocking. I mean, for me, the biggest thing has been blocking all year. I mean, the better I can get with that, and the more confidence they have, just helps my confidence.
How would you grade yourself out on blocking a lot?
I thought I did pretty good. There was a few things that I messed up on, but I mean, overall, I feel like I did a pretty solid job.
Did you know that they'd keep you in a little bit more against Tennessee, or was that something that kind of developed in game?
That really was just more of an in-game development. I guess I did some good things on Barnett, and Coach Roper liked what he saw and just kind of went with it.
There have been several times this season where kickers have missed easy and crucial kicks. Have you guys, is that something you've been aware of, and do you get to pay much attention to other college football games? Have you seen that?
To be completely honest, I haven't watched a lot of other teams do stuff. I mean, I saw the NC State kicker against Clemson. That was really the only other one that I've seen, but I don't really get a chance to watch a whole lot of college football.
In light of that, how do you guys feel about Elliott? And when I don't guess he's been in one of those situations lately, but I mean, how much confidence do y'all have?
Oh, we have a ton of confidence in Elliott. I mean, he's done it before. He does it time in practice, time and time again. But we have the most confidence in Elliott.
Are you on the field goal team?
I am, yes, sir. I'm one of the wings.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
I was going to say, I didn't know if you watched or not, or paid attention if you were on the sideline. I mean, do you just kind of assume it's going in?
For me, yeah, I just kind of assume that he's going to make every kick when he goes out there.
What's the routine with him before kicks? Does anybody say anything to him? Does he want anybody to say anything to him? Does he go off by himself? Or?
From what I see, he kind of goes out there by himself and doesn't really talk to anybody. And it's kind of, with kickers, that kind of goes along with like the pitcher superstition. You don't really want to get around those guys or talk to them. Just let them do their thing.
Does he have to tell you, okay, this is my routine, or do y'all figure it out as you go along?
I think everyone kind of figures that out. You know, Elliott's a special guy, and we don't really want to mess with him. He does what he does.
Special how?
I think we all know his personality. He's a little bit off the wall, but
Yeah.
we love Elliott.
Is that a kicker thing, or is that just an Elliott?
I think that's more of a special teams thing.
With everything that's happened over the past two games with the insertion of Jake into the lineup, does it seem like an entirely new season, or just entirely different from the first half?
I think it does a little bit. I mean, he's just instilled such a confidence in the offense, just the way that he carries himself. Just when he steps on the field, he expects us to go down and score every single time.
What kind of a lift is Rico giving you guys in the backfield?
He's electric back there. I mean, whenever he touches the ball, he could score from anywhere on the field. So it's nice having a running back like that in there.
At what point did you guys notice him? Because I know he was hurt for a long time, and then did he just kind of show up one day and everybody said, oh?
It was a little bit in the winter. We did PRPs, and it was before he got the groin injury, and he made a run. He made one cut off of one of our linebackers, and I kind of like stood back and I told Perry, I was like, he's going to be special.
Yeah. So how disappointed then were y'all when he did get hurt and he was out, basically the first half?
I don't think at first, I don't know, guys didn't know how valuable he was, but I was kind of sitting back and I was like, man, when this kid gets healthy, he's going to add a new dimension to our offense. So it's been really nice having him back.
I know that defensively they focus a lot on turnovers. I'm sure y'all do as well. So what's practice like? I mean, are they trying to rip it out every play? Is that something that y'all are cognizant of every snap?
Oh, yeah. Coach Roper is very, very focused on us keeping the ball high and tight, and T-Rob and Coach Muschamp are always – he's on the defense trying to tell him, get the ball out, get the ball out. So it's definitely a focal point.
Is there some sort of reward or punishment for a practice turnover? How does that work, or is it just to celebrate?
I think the defensive room, they do something for the guys with like ball hawks every day that get balls out, but I'm not entirely sure because I'm not in that room.
Just a lot of hooting and hollering on the field.
Yes, sir.
Follow up on Rico. I mean, are you surprised that you're getting this out of a guy who was basically on the shelf, hurt for almost half the season?
For me, no. I mean, like I said, I saw him in the winter do some special things, and I kind of expected once he put the pads on, the helmet on, that he was going to be able to do the things he's doing now. But I mean, like I said, it's nice having a guy like that in the offense.
He went from like 0 to 100. I mean, like off. I mean, so no surprise to you guys who saw him all along. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have you gotten a chance to look at the Missouri defense yet, and are they particularly different from what they were last year?
I think now they're kind of going, because their head coach was the D coordinator last year, and I think he's going back to calling plays, so they're going back to a lot of stuff they did last year. We haven't watched a lot of tape on him yet. Today was a lot of install stuff, but further in the week we'll see more.
Hayden, with you blocking a little bit more, how have you seen the run game develop?
I mean, it's kind of slowed down for me. Just my biggest thing is understanding the schemes, like where the runs are going to hit, and the more I can understand that and what guys are going to do, where they're going to slant, the game's just going to slow down for me.
Do they use you more in pass blocking or run blocking when they bring you in as an extra blocker? Or does it matter?
I think when I'm in there, it's a little bit of just both, and there's not really one thing that he's focused on more than the other. It's just he expects me to get it all done.
You're getting a pretty good glimpse of freshmen and sophomores being the future, but also now in this offense. How exciting is that to get a picture of what this can be the rest of the year and next year and beyond?
I mean, it's very exciting. I mean, myself being a sophomore, seeing kind of these younger guys come along quick, there's going to be a lot of special things going on around here for a long time. So,
What's the mentality of this football team like after Saturday night?
getting a win like that is huge. I mean, especially for these younger guys. I mean, losing's never fun. When you can get a huge win like that against a team like Tennessee, I mean, it lifts the morale.
How do you guys go about handling that success and not trying to get, too high like that?
Coach Muschamp does a good job about that. I mean, he doesn't let us get too high on our highs or too low on our lows. He just tries to keep us consistent throughout the season. We can't get complacent with one win. I mean, we got to finish out the season.
Are you guys going to do permanent captains at some point? How does the captain process work?
Um,
Is it a player vote? Is the coaches pick
I
it?
believe it is a coach's vote, and they tell us every Thursday morning before practice. I'm not sure how they're going to do that, if they're just going to keep that consistent or I'm not really sure.
Thank you, Hayden.
With 4 games left, how much are you guys talking about, possibly, getting a bowl game?
There's some talk about that, but Coach Muschamp does a good job about keeping us consistent. He doesn't want us, looking down the road too much. Just taking it one game at a time is our biggest focus right now.
On the play where Brennan came in and threw that pass, were you the primary target, and what kind of went wrong there?
I was the primary read. My guy kind of came up and got in his face. He was kind of forced to the sideline a little bit. It was across his body. It was a tough throw. And he just tried to get it out.
Did you know that late third down was coming to you, or is that sort of just?
Yeah, that was kind of
progression?
designed to come to me because we saw man coverage, and the whole week when we ran that play with man coverage, it was supposed to come to me, and Jake saw it and put it on me.
Did you expect Jake would be able to scramble kind of the way he has? It seems like several times he sort of had to yell out to you and kind of point as he takes off.
That was actually kind of surprising because in practice, coach kind of blows an early whistle, doesn't want guys to get near the quarterback. But seeing Jake scramble like that, I mean, just adds more to what he does.